Many of us gravitate towards warm, cozy spaces during the fall and winter. And fortunately, it doesn't take much to turn our home into a comfortable, inviting space during the cooler months. So today we're going to talk about some simple things we can do to make our home into a winter-ready retreat. Whenever I see those old country homes in Europe that are cozy and inviting, part of the appeal is that a lot of the decor items that are in those homes have a function. It could be a writing desk with a collection of antique quill pens or some old books or lamps and clocks. Now, you don't have to have a home full of antiques, but try to make sure that the things that you have in your home are as beautiful as possible to you. From having nice jars to store your dry goods, or some baskets to store tea, or even using nice soap when you shower. And though it's hard to get away from it completely, try to reduce the things in your home that are made out of plastic, because these things tend not to age very well and they usually need to be replaced often. As the weather gets colder, days get shorter and it gets darker sooner. So soft, warm lighting is key to creating an inviting atmosphere. Sometimes overhead lighting can be harsh, and I remember being a kid and seeing those long tubes of fluorescent lights that were popular in a lot of kitchens back then. And I remember just feeling kind of uncomfortable, and it just wasn't a very cozy atmosphere. So the more options you have for lighting, the better. A mix of table lamps, floor lamps, twinkle lights all help create a wonderful atmosphere. We have some twinkle lights in our kitchen and we put them up for Christmas one year, but we love them so much we decided to just keep them up year-round. And candlelight in particular has been shown to reduce anxiety and stress. You'll want to make sure to use them safely, of course, but there is this magical quality. Candles help create these moments of beauty and uplift our spirit, but help us feel tranquil as well. Also, don't forget about scent, because how your home smells also contributes to the atmosphere. Our sense of smell is the only one of our senses that is directly connected to our memory and our emotions. They're intertwined. That's why a scent has the power to instantly transport you to a particular place and time more than something that you see or hear. For example, if you see the color red, you may not specifically remember something involving that color. But if you smell the scent that your best friend wore, or if you smell incense in the shop of the place you bought a silk scarf, or if you smell something that your grandmother used to bake just for you, that scent will take us to a particular moment and remembrances of times past. I've really been enjoying this thieves oil because it smells like Christmas, and it's this beautiful combination of eucalyptus and lemon, rosemary and clove. You just put a few drops in your oil diffuser and let the scent permeate. It is absolutely wonderful. People who love to read like I do can do it just about anywhere, but when you have a designated space that's just dedicated to the pleasure of reading, it is something wonderful. It could be something simple like a chair with some pillows and a side table with room enough for some books and a hot drink. Anywhere where you can just relax, read, and unwind and just escape the busyness of life for a few moments. And of course, layered blankets and pillows are always a good idea. Planning themed dinners is a great way to shake things up a bit and get you out of your normal routine. One time when our daughter was younger, we took a globe and we spun it, and we decided that whatever country her finger landed on, that was the cuisine that we were going to make. And her finger landed on India. So we invited a few of her friends over and we made some homemade naan bread and a chana masala, which is a wonderful chickpea dish that you serve with rice. We turned on some music and it was a really fun, memorable evening. And you can do this with movies or a TV series. For example, if you're into watching Downton Abbey, instead of popcorn, maybe you could serve finger sandwiches and tea. Just have fun with it and make some memories. Another thing you can do is you can display family recipes on a decorative board or in a picture frame so that you can honor and appreciate family history and traditions. And really, the traditional food of our families is more than just a way to fill our stomachs. It's a way for us to connect with our ancestors and the stories of the people who came before us. For example, in our Italian household growing up, Christmas Eve, no meat is served. The idea behind this is twofold. There's a religious significance, but there's also the idea that you're meant to eat lighter fare on Christmas Eve because the heavier meal is coming Christmas Day. Of course, the idea that the meal is actually lighter is up for debate because it is a 9-course meal. The idea behind the 9 courses is it's meant to represent the Holy Trinity squared, so 3 sets of 3. Some families do 12 courses to represent the 12 apostles, and other families do 7 to represent the 7 sacraments. At our house, the vegetables and side dishes would vary from year to year, but we could always count on either pasta with clams or anchovies, cod, shrimp, calamari, maybe some kind of tuna spread as well. All things that we carried over from generations past. My husband's family is French Canadian, so his family always served tourtière, which is a meat pie, and that was always served after midnight mass on Christmas Eve. Many of us also enjoy hot drinks during the fall and winter, and I'll show you the chai latte I've been creating lately that's even better than what you can get at Starbucks. This is a warm hug in a cup, and I've been using chai, which has a cinnamon spice flavor, but you can use any kind of tea you like. Pour in your hot water and let it brew for a few minutes. Heat up about ½ cup or so of milk in a pan or your microwave. I'm adding in a splash of vanilla syrup, but if you don't have that, honey is really nice as well. Then just take a milk frother and whiz it up to make it creamy, bubbly, and beautiful. Take out your tea bag, pour the milk, and top with some cinnamon. This is a cozy sip that will make fall and winter a little bit warmer. Our home is the backdrop of where we live our life and where we are uniquely ourselves. And it's wonderful to see evidence of the lives that we lead in our home. Things that infuse it with warmth and life and vibrancy. For example, the piano shows that music is played and created and enjoyed sometimes. Or there's the half-finished art project that's sitting on the dining room table. Or the comforting smell of homemade bread. These are small things that tell us that our home is authentic. It has soul, it has vibrancy and energy, things that no decorative object can possibly replicate. Many of us work hard to maintain the home that we have, and it doesn't need to be magazine worthy. People aren't perfect, and your home doesn't need to be either. It's more important that your home be loved for what it offers for the people who occupy it. I want to thank you so much for spending a bit of your day with me. I really do appreciate it so very much. Take care, and we'll catch you in the next one.